Have you ever heard a song and it just like totally gets you?
Yeah.
Like you feel it deep down.
Mhm.
That's what we're diving into today. The music of Andrew A.J. Johnson.
Okay.
He's got this way of tapping into raw emotions,
Right.
and we're going to use his own words to figure out how he does it
Sounds good.
from his YouTube video.
Yeah.
What is Andrew A.J. Johnson music?
I'm interested.
It's like he's giving us a backstage pass to his creative process,
Interesting.
and he's totally upfront about it.
About what?
That his music isn't like mainstream, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
But he calls it music for the lonely, for people who get it.
Oh, wow.
People dealing with mental illness, chronic illness, disabilities.
Powerful.
Do you think there's a connection there?
Between?
Yeah, between his like openness and the people his music reaches?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
People who feel like they're on the outside.
Right.
They connect with art that reflects that feeling.
Yeah.
Like they're not alone.
Makes sense.
AJ's music. It's
Yeah.
got this retro vibe.
Yeah, totally.
It blends genres.
Mhm.
It might just resonate with people who don't fit the mold.
Yeah, it's not like cookie cutter pop music.
Right.
He even said something like, people are more likely to say, I saw your video than I love your song.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Makes you think.
totally. Like how we experience music now has changed.
Right.
Is it more about the visuals, the online persona, than the
Mhm.
actual music?
It's a good point.
It's like the internet shifted things, you know?
Yeah, the focus is different now.
But with AJ, I get the feeling he's genuinely trying to connect.
Yeah, he's real.
Yeah.
Using his music to reach people on a deeper level.
Yeah, like he wants to give a voice to the voiceless.
Right.
And you can hear that in his lyrics, the
Yeah.
sincerity, the empathy.
Definitely.
He even says, I am a manifestation of a collective of people that want a voice and can have a voice.
Wow, that's powerful.
It's like he sees himself as a conduit for their experiences.
Exactly. He's not just expressing himself.
Yeah,
He's empowering others to find their own voices.
it's like he's saying, hey, I'm putting myself out there, imperfections, and all you can too.
Totally inspiring.
Especially for people who are struggling to find their place.
Yeah, for sure.
It makes you wonder, though, does his lack of mainstream success actually make his music more authentic?
That's an interesting thought.
More relatable?
It's possible.
Right.
There's a rawness there that you might not get if it was all polished up.
Right, like if it was made for radio.
Exactly.
It's refreshing.
Definitely.
And he's so open about his influences.
What kind of stuff?
He's into R&B soul,
Okay.
dance music,
Yeah.
experimental, even jazz.
Wow, that's a mix.
I know, right? But then he blends it all into something new.
Yeah, he makes it his own.
And that's where the idea of internet-made content comes in.
Oh, interesting.
His music isn't limited by like radio play or record labels.
Right, he's got freedom.
He can experiment, blend genres.
Yeah, create something unique.
It's reflected in his sound.
You can hear it.
He even specifically says his music is made for online listening. It makes you think how that affects the sound production.
Right.
Does he master his tracks differently?
Yeah, maybe.
Knowing people might be listening on their phones or laptops.
It's a great question.
It's about how artists and audiences interact now.
Yeah, it's a different world.
We're not just passively listening anymore.
We're sharing, commenting.
Engaging online.
It's a more interactive experience now.
And for someone like AJ who seems to thrive on that connection,
Yeah.
it's probably the perfect environment for his music.
Exactly.
He's not waiting for permission from the music industry.
He's creating his own space.
Online, connecting directly with people who get it.
It's a grassroots movement.
So what does this all mean for the future of music? Are we moving away from traditional success
Maybe
towards something more authentic, more about genuine connection?
it's a possibility.
And AJ's story
Yeah.
might be a glimpse into that future.
Could be.
So he's got this 5-year plan for his music,
Uh-huh.
but then he's like, nah, I gotta stay flexible. Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like he's driven, but also goes with the flow.
It's a cool balance
Total balance.
between intention and spontaneity.
Yeah.
Reminds me of jazz musicians.
Oh, yeah.
Improvising within a structure, you know?
Creating something new in the moment.
Out on the spot.
And speaking of improvisation,
Yeah.
AJ says he gets ideas everywhere.
Really?
In his dreams, walking, even in the shower.
Wow.
He's like an antenna, always picking up inspiration.
That's awesome.
He calls it chasing after sound.
I love that.
It's like this primal urge to create,
Yeah.
not overthinking it, just following that feeling.
Just pure expression.
And you can hear that when you listen.
The exploration.
Yeah.
The discovery.
He's not afraid to experiment. push boundaries.
Even if it's not what's popular.
Exactly. He doesn't care about fitting in.
And he admits to being a recovering perfectionist,
Oh, totally.
which a lot of artists can probably relate to.
That struggle to let go,
Mm-hmm.
to embrace the happy accidents.
Yeah, it's tough. But AJ seems to have made it part of his process.
He's not aiming for perfect.
No, he's embracing the raw, the imperfect,
The authentic.
and that's what makes it so compelling.
Yeah, you can feel it.
It's human,
Like you're listening to someone bearing their soul.
sharing their struggles, their
Yeah.
triumphs.
No facade, just realness.
It all connects back to his music being for the lonely.
Right.
It's that vulnerability makes people feel seen.
Like he's saying, it's okay to not be perfect.
Yeah,
To feel lost, unsure.
you've all been there,
He gets it.
and that's powerful.
Especially in a world obsessed with perfection
Totally.
and success.
I read somewhere he considers his music to be always getting started.
Interesting.
Like he's on this journey,
Always evolving.
and we're invited along for the ride.
I like that.
It's not about reaching the destination. It's about the process,
The exploration.
creating something new,
And that's inspiring.
especially for artists who are maybe feeling lost.
Yeah, it can be tough.
He's saying just keep creating, keep exploring,
Chase those sounds.
and you might connect with others on the same path.
That's the beauty of art.
It transcends boundaries
Connects people.
in a world that can feel isolating.
It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so we talked about how he makes music and shares it, but like,
Yeah.
what does it actually sound like?
Right. We kind of danced around that.
It's hard to put into words.
Yeah, like describing a taste to someone who's never tried it.
Exactly, but we can give them a sense of the flavor.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so imagine like soulful vocals with a vintage vibe,
I like it.
but then layered over these intricate rhythms that draw on like R&B,
Okay.
but also experimental electronica.
Interesting mix.
And sometimes he throws in jazz harmonies too.
Whoa.
It's unexpected, keeps you guessing.
I can imagine.
And remember those unfinished bits, the ashtray material?
Oh, yeah.
Those find their way in there too?
Wow.
It adds this raw, almost improvisational feel.
Cool, like you're in the studio with him?
Right, you're hearing the song evolve.
And it does evolve.
His music's always changing.
You never know what's coming next.
It's exciting.
Keeps you on your toes.
He's always searching for new sounds,
Mhm.
new ways to express himself.
Not afraid to take risks.
And that comes through in his lyrics too.
Oh, yeah. How so?
He talks about loneliness, isolation, mental health.
Heavy stuff.
But with honesty, it's refreshing.
Yeah. Real talk.
There's a line in one of his songs.
Yeah.
We're all just broken pieces trying to fit together.
Wow.
It just hit me.
Yeah, I get that.
Captures that feeling of searching for connection.
In a world that can feel so chaotic.
Exactly.
And that's what his music does.
It brings people together.
Creates a sense of belonging.
For those who feel like they don't fit in,
Like they're not alone.
he's giving them a voice.
Empowering them to be themselves.
And in a world that tries to make us all the same,
Yeah,
that's powerful.
absolutely.
So to go back to the beginning,
Back to the question.
what Andrew A.J. Johnson music?
Yeah, what is it?
It's a fusion of genres, a tapestry of emotions.
A journey of self-discovery.
It's about being vulnerable, being real,
Letting go of perfection.
and finding your own path.
Even if it's unconventional.
It's music that challenges you
Comforts you.
and ultimately connects us.
Definitely worth a listen.
If you're looking for something different, something real,
Yeah.
check out Andrew A.J. Johnson's music.
You might just find your new favorite artist.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
We hope you enjoyed exploring the world of Andrew A.J. Johnson.
His music is special.
Until next time, keep those ears open for sounds that inspire you.